and welcome back to Copenhagen Games. We are about to get ready for the second map of the second semifinals. Well, for those of you who just tuned in, we've already played Cash, which was E-Frag's map, and that went into crazy, crazy overtime.
Yep.
A lot of crazy individual performances, especially Bubble, Xantares, Paz, and Victor.
Yep.
All stepping up very big for their respective teams. And, well, we're not going to hold you any longer because the game is about to start. And it's going to be Train that we're going to see coming up here. So
should be an interesting one.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, we say we're good. Yeah, we said that we're going to get going, but apparently there's a mic issue.
Sweet. So you get to look at our pretty faces for a little bit more.
Yeah.
But Train, we saw Space Soldiers play previously against IWKU.
Yeah.
And, well, they were playing a mixed team. Has to be taken into account here. But still, they did look very solid.
Absolutely.
And now we do actually get into the game, and as you can tell, Space Soldiers get to start on the city side. So, good luck, have fun.
Yeah, we're going to get to see more of their CT side now. Because, well, they mainly did their work versus the Swedes on that T side. And indeed, Victor's just going to start off by taking a shot to the chest. And, well, the buy coming in from E-Frag is pretty straightforward. One smoke, one flash on NKL, and that's going to be used for the inner bomb side, and it's just going to be full-on tempo here.
Yeah, they are. They're closing down the lower now. And the bomb is coming out of upper. It's on the bomb side now. Xantares is there waiting. Doesn't get anything with it, though, but the bomb is actually making its way back through the lower ramp up to stairs, and they go down to the other bomb side, which is only occupied by Engine right now, who's going to get surrounded also through quad. Bubble getting that first kill. Here comes a rotation. Pass going to get a kill. Returned by Spy Leader. It's just a back and forth battle so far. 3-on-3. Bomb is down right now. It's not getting planted anytime soon. But that being said, now it becomes a 1-on-3 with Despe going down as well. It's going to be the first round for the Bulgarians. That's an interesting strategy.
A very cool pistol round from E-Frag. Just very surprised by the fact that they didn't actually notice that it was the bomb bailing out from the B-bomb site, because
that was the plan, right?
well, now the one playing from Space Soldiers was holding behind that bomb train. He definitely saw him backing off, and still you had a 3-man rotation coming over. So maybe some communication issues on Space Soldiers there.
Yeah, and they are forcing it up here on the city side. Upgraded pistols and armors. They're not even saving money on one player for an op going further here, but instead everyone invests 100% into this round. See how it works out for them. They've taken quite aggressive stances here on the outer bomb side, just leaving Tugux as the lone player into inner. And look at this patience once again from E-Frag, just waiting. Pure waiting game right now, slowly progressing towards the inner bomb site to see what's going on here. And it's going to be Bubble getting the first pick from T-Main onto Despe to open things up. Pass now, it's going to come in. Trying to force a kill, but doesn't exactly get that. Maybe Bubble down to 22 HP, but I feel like he should have probably had that.
Or probably should have, and instead it's Tugux who finds a frag. On higher, can't make anything of the AKA picks up though. Bubble is down to 22 HP. Spy Leader still pretty healthy. Well, Xantares
still up close here. Fouls out. Ooh, Spy Leader running out of ammo in that situation. Pre-shooting on that towards the wall, but then now becomes a 1-on-3 Engine with the last one, and it's going to get greeted by NKL. And that's going to be round number 2 going the way of E-Frag.
Yep, so we're going to see a clean eco coming out from the Space Soldier side. And what should be a very easy round for E-Frag to pick up. They're probably just going to set up in an equally slow default setup as usual. Don't want to really throw away rounds like this. But for Space Soldiers, they're just going to have to hunker down and wait for round number 4 before they can actually buy. Well, the problem is that with that investment, it's not going to be the greatest of buys. They definitely need utility, or it's nice to have, to put it that way, when you're playing that CD side on Train.
That's rotation from the CD towards the inner bomb side, but in the meanwhile, NKL going to be the one to get the first kill. Also pushing alley, NKL managed to take care of. And that leaves 4 CTs, and like we said, they've not really invested anything into this one. Just Xantares with a P250, and here comes the push from the E-Frag. Main and ladder room. And Spy Leader opening things up with a Mac 10. Perfect weapon against armorless opponents, and that's going to be a clean sweep for the Bulgarians. 5 remaining terrorists surviving that round.
So a lot of money saved up on E-Frag's end. Space Soldiers, as previously mentioned, not going to have the greatest of buys.
No.
Well, they do at least
Not a
manage to
single
get a couple of smoke grenades.
But
in
no
there.
Molotovs. Those are really, really instrumental here on train.
No diffuse gate either.
Yeah, that's one of the issues too. And is, applying some pressure to allies is NKL together with Victor.
Much higher tempo from E-Frag in this round.
Gets smoked off though. The CTs is the alley area. Things slow down after the initial slight pushing, throwing a couple of smokes and whatnot to try to make sure that the CTs spend a lot of their utility, and that's exactly what's happened. It's only going to be 2 Gooks with the smoke, flash, and a grenade. Together with engine with 1 flash, so very limited utility to try to stop the upcoming pushes from the T's.
This is going to be tough, and well, it seems like E-Frag have set their minds pretty much on going towards that outer bomb site, but given how low utility and how low economy that buy from Space Soldiers are, I would imagine that going towards an inner bomb site could be pretty effective. But now E-Frag, here we go. Smoke off vision towards pop from connector goes down. Alley smokes is out as well, and now just waiting with bated breath for anyone from E-Frag to pop out. And there, Paz finds the first one. Desp is actually going to follow up on a frag on Victor, and so far not a lot going the way of E-Frag, but as I say that, Desp does get taken out. Bubble coming up big with 2 frags here, continuing where he left off on cash, but it's still favorable position for Space Soldiers to be in, but there we go. Spy Leader and Bubble in a 2v2 situation versus 2 Gooks and Engine.
Almost though, the HP is not in their favor as 2 Gooks manages to get the kill on the Space. Spy Leader rather, and that was Bubble in a 1-on-2. He spots both of them actually, so that's a key for him to just go for that bomb plan and force a timer onto this round. But Engine coming in, he's rushing in, he's gonna get that kill also, and that's going to be a round going the way of Space Soldiers. But with just 2 players surviving this one here, that's gonna be high pressure for the CTs to try and string together some rounds to try to avoid getting reset with the economy.
Pretty much, this is going to mean that Space Soldiers are going to have a worse spy in the upcoming round than what they just did. And, well, that doesn't bode well because the money on E-Frag's side is very good. There you have it. Well, actually, no, Centaurus is going to be able to get that AK dropped, so...
Yeah, that does help a little bit. Now, they do have some kits now and a couple of Molotovs, so 3 Molotovs in play. On the other hand...
They are sacrificing Desp's nades, though.
This is, push from E-Frag coming in, so taking a bit of fast action toward inner by Spy there. He's going to smoke down lower as well, trying to bait out some grenades, and that's exactly what happens. Molotov and an HG grenade pass going down very low here in yard. Victor getting the opening kill, Desp getting 1, but it's a trade that favors E-Frag to start things off. And HP on pass is very low too, but Xantares once again coming into the action. Could be once again the man of the hour here for the Space Soldiers. As it becomes a 2-on-2 situation, and things slow down. The bomb is down on the ground between the 6 trains.
Well, with NKL finding 2 Gooks there, it's going to be all on Santaris. Well, it's going to find Dreamer now, so a 1v1 situation. And NKL doesn't have too much HP. So this is absolutely doable for Xantares, and NKL is actually going to move towards that inner bomb site. And, well, sadly for Space Soldiers, they did not see that happening.
Yep, and now let's get the bomb making its way to the inner bomb site. Gets planted now. I think Xantares actually heard that, so it's going to be a free bomb plant for NKL, and he gets to reposition himself perfectly. That's an edgy grenade. Xantares has a smoke, and he does have a kit, so it does help a little bit, but problem is with that HP he has, that grenade could actually be a deciding factor into this round.
Yeah, I think the smoke is actually going to be his best bet because he's not going to have time to actually clear out everything. And there we go. He's just going to try to bait out a grenade here. And it's going to work. Actually takes NKL down to 6 HP, but not going to be enough. Time is running against him.
That's some happy Bulgarians on the stage right now. And,
absolutely.
They managed to reset Space Soldiers' economy. They are in a dire situation. It's double eco territory for 3 of the CTs.
Yeah, not the situation you want to find yourself in. Albeit, the CT side, not as heavily favored in CSGO as it used to be. in the other iterations of the game. So even though they do fall a tiny bit behind, still room to salvage that CT half and still have a workable result to go into the T half with. Well, attempt at aggression coming in from Space Soldier towards that white walls right there, but Victor holding the angle, and this is something E-Frag are going to do over and over again. They're just going to hold positions, and well, if people give themselves up to them, they're going to take that with a smiling face, and that's what Bubble does to find the first frag. Well, one man down. Space Soldiers might just have to, or probably should just stack at this point if they want to get anything out of it, but instead they're getting picked apart here. Bubble doing a solid job, just padding his stats a tiny bit, picking up more eco frags. Not even going to go down to Engine at first either, but eventually Engine finds it, but it's going to be immediately traded by NKL.
Yeah, what, 42 rounds in?
Yeah,
Minimal series and Bubble, 40 some frags on the first map, and now he's sitting at 11, 1 and 4 here.
Well, Bubble has definitely come out strong here in this game.
Done his fair share.
Yeah.
Now, it is going to be a double save for the Space Soldiers. Bit of upgrades on the pistols. Some armor's being bought as well, but it's the right choice to be made. They definitely did not have the money to buy on this one. See what E-Frag thinks of this situation.
Well, E-Frag just going to set up the same way as always. And again, Tuguk's wanting to push forward, but he probably knows that Victor is going to sit right around that corner with an AK. Pass, going to get pop flashed in. Does not affect Bubble, and he's able to get away, so opportunity missed. Well, Tuguk's finally actually peeks out, but does get tagged down pretty heavily. He's down to 30 HP, and again, E-Frag just biding their time, not willing to actually lose unnecessary rounds.
Makes sense, right? So, very slow right now. Minute and 5 seconds on the clock. It really happened. A bit of HP being lost on both sides, but that's all there is to it, really. Now, the focus right now, for the most part, is towards the inner bomb side, but that doesn't really mean anything so far yet. They could still be taking over the ladder room, which is occupied right now by Paz.
Well, they can do pretty much whatever they want. It's going to be... Yeah, are they going to pop flash now? No, they're just going to jump right down, and well,
mistakes were made. Why would you just go down there like this? And Paz almost gets to use that in his advantage, but now the situation becomes a 3-on-3. A little bit more dicey than it was supposed to, just because of a detail being paid attention to by the Bulgarian side, and trying to play the ladder. Doesn't work out too great for him. It seems like it's going to be E-Frag eventually coming out on top as NKL gets that kill onto Tuguk's.
And Centaurus hasn't actually lost any armor, so he could try to save this to get cheaper head Kevlar.
Yep.
In the next round, or well, just hang on to it, because well, all of E-Frag, they're most likely going to have AKs unless we see some very weird stuff coming out. So he doesn't really need the head Kevlar either.
You could even say an unorthodox mistake from the Bulgarians there in ladder room. It's going, first of all, going down one by one, but not even flashing or anything.
Man, the weird part is they actually send in Spy Leader first, who's already been tagged up, the most of them. So he's definitely not going to be able to take a shot to the head from the 5-7, even at that distance. So even if it's out of that one shot, one kill range from the 5-7, he's going to go down. There we go. It's a very good shot from Paz, though.
Of course it is, but still, well, it should not be possible. He should be dead
right
after, right?
He should be flashed at that point. Yeah. But, well, in the end, E-Frag do pick up a round, and their economy is still all right. And, well, Tugux has decided to pick up an off. And Desp, this is what we're used to seeing. Tugux with a great shot there. Finds Victor. And, well, the ordinary aggression that we see from E-Frag coming towards that inner bomb side with Victor moving towards higher to drop down a couple of nades, not going to be there.
No, definitely not. Now, there's 2 CTs on the inner bomb side, and that seems like the T's are looking to attack. Spy Leader is making his way up to the upper. Tugu not connecting to that shot, but Santana is there to clean up. Gets taken down by Dreamer, but still Tugu is too good with that op. Hitting shots, and giving the situation in the favor of the CTs. Now it becomes a 1-on-3. NKL in a very tough location, and Tugu's with an op. Let's yet another to make it a 3K in this round.
Yeah, so Tuguk's doing a really good job with that op, especially that first frag onto Victor is particularly nice. That gives them the second round of the game, but you know, that just leaves them in a territory where they easily could get reset completely here. Yeah, that would not.
At least they have 3 alive, so.
Oh, they do.
So they'll be able to get a full buy into this, but you're right. Two of them will have to drop weapons. It means the two players will be very low on cash in this round, meaning should they lose it, it'll be a pretty bad situation for the Turkish side. But double ops on Despi and Tugux. See how this works out for them going further. They really do need to string some rounds together here.
Yeah. E-Frag setting up a tiny bit differently, not having anyone checking towards Ivy initially at the start of the rounds. They're actually just setting head toward the inner bomb site one more time. Well, Space Soldiers had two there to hold it down the last time around, and they're going to do the same thing as well. Tukas towards the back, aiming towards higher, and Santar is having control over lower. Well, there's probably going to be way more nades flying out here, and we can see it. E-Frag starting their execution right now. Santar's drops a Molotov down and lower to delay the push, but he's going to get flashed out now.
Yeah.
They need to land some shots. They do as well. Tugix and Santaris picks up one each. That gives it a two-man advantage. Make that three. Make it four. Victor, Soulman surviving so far. And he's down on the site. About to get ripped into pieces here.
Just a matter of time, isn't it? There you go. Engine's going to get it. And that, what a clean hold from the CTs. That was very, very well played.
Very well done.
Yeah.
And well, that's the second round in a row where Space Soldiers are playing with two on that inner bomb site. So if E-Frag take notice of this, they might want to shift their focus towards Yard, because holding that entire area of space is going to be so hard with just three people. They're going to have to spread themselves extremely thin, even with that op on Desp.
With that being said, now there's a situation where E-Frag could be forcing to save should Space Soldiers manage to get this one here. And look at this. Beamer already down the ladder. It's going to be really control established. And in the meanwhile, we have NKL and Victor just working on Alley, waiting for the right opportunity. So this could indicate a potential Yard split on its way. But this time around, a heavy focus to the Yard from Space Soldiers.
Yeah, Santar's rotating a bit back and forth between inner and Yard. And probably, as you said, with that indication of the Yard play, he's going to hang out near the bomb train. And E-Frag's still taking their time, though.
All right, and here comes the smoke still. Santar's more coming off the ladder room, but she's occupied with one of the T's. It's not going to do much harm as the attack comes in. Engine starting things off, getting one kill in Alley. Santaris gets another one as well. A great start one again from the Space Soldiers, but Bubble is coming in. And K also, that's going to be, make it still possible for the Bulgarians 2-on-3 situation. KL keeping his way to the back lane, and he's going to win that duel against Santaris to equalize things. 35 seconds on the clock. Bomb is in T-quad, and that's going to be on Bubble. Things slow down for the moment.
Yep, and right now, E-Frag fighting their way back from what was a bit of a broken play. And doing a good job of it. The problem is Space Soldiers not willing to give themselves up at all, and the guy near Pop Dog is probably just going to peek out the second the bomb tries to go down. But sadly, Bubble found pretty much the only secure place to plant it.
Indeed, and now Paso. He's going to get spotted by a KL from TT Tower. It's not going to go down just yet until Bubble gets his hands on him. And then that leaves Tugus with an AWP in a one-on-two situation. And now he shoots the wall, and he's going to get tagged by NKL as well. And there you go. E-Frag comes out on top in a round where it seemed like the advantage was on Space Soldiers' side for the better part of it.
Definitely was. And, well, we're going to have a bit of a pause here. Santaris having some technical issues.
Oh, okay.
Well,
and he's back.
That didn't take long. He's right back in it.
Great start for E-Frag definitely here. And still, though, Space Soldiers has enough money to make a buy into this. A bit of a quasi-buy, but they do have an op.
They do have the op on Desk, but they don't have that op on Tugux, who's been doing a lot of good work with it on that inner bomb site. So they're going to have to rely on, well, with the limited weaponry and also limited nades, we might see them holding more steadily with two players on inner to kind of bolster the defense. It's going to be really tough for Tugux to hold back everyone alone, especially with no Molotovs. But this is a big investment from Space Soldiers. If they lose this one, they're going to be reset, and reset good as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, also scoreline is getting out of hand in this situation. Yeah, they've have absolutely no money whatsoever.
Yeah.
If they would lose this one here, so it's definitely be a double save territory for them. But yeah, good stuff from E-Frag. Yet again, they are heading towards that inner bomb site to start things off. Tugux in a quite an aggressive position, not as aggressive as with the op, but he does only have it from us, so that's the difference. Spy Leader though, he's going to be the second guy coming in, and getting that kill onto Tugux means that a rotation will be initiated by the CTs. Santaris, together with Pass, are going to be holding inner bomb site, while Despy is going to be in C connector, and Engine along with the Deagle and Ali. And NKL is waiting for anyone to push in, so game of chicken is going on once again.
Well, this is pretty much what E-Frag does. They get the advantage. They make sure not to throw it away. Well, Engine trying his luck right there. And Ali doesn't find anything, but doesn't take too much damage either.
Yeah, that was all right. Managed to escape the situation quite unharmed.
And it's a nice get of information as well for Space
sure.
Soldiers. Kind of get the idea that there are players towards Ali. They haven't fully committed to the idea of pushing inner, even though they got that early frag. And again, we're going to see the yard execute. This time with 3 people, and they're actually going to go to the backside, but Engine there with the Deagle greets NKL with a bullet to the head. Bullet's going to return on him, though.
Still comes the outer push, though. Pass is going to be there on that side. Yeah, he's going to need to make some work as he's getting sandwiched. Spy Leader getting the kill, leaving Santaris in a 1-on-2, but if there's one player on this Space Soldier side that can make it happen, it's definitely this man. And he's waiting very patiently when he's smoked off it, just going through the smoke, getting flashed, and Dreamer's going to face him now. He's spotted. Well, the game is up. They know where he is. Oh, he does get an individual duel against Dreamer, but doesn't win it after dinking Dreamer right off the get-go. But the AK just proves out to be too strong in this duel. And that's going to be that nightmare we're discussing.
Yeah, so we're
Money is quite horrible.
yeah, it definitely is. And they're probably not going to miss anything into this round at all and might go for the force bad because, well, the round total for E-Frag is getting a bit out of hand. They're going to most likely be looking at 9 rounds already.
But all I want to see from the CTs, though, is maybe pushing a T main, try to take off ground from the turrets right now.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Maybe even a late push, but look at this. 4-map push from the inner bomb side. Victor is ready for action here. He's going to get the first 3 kills. He's going to get the 4th one. Spy Leader, I think, is the prime position to stop this push from Despy, who is doing those ramps. And, oh, Despy's going to get the kill. It does give the opportunity for Victor to make it a 4K. A bit of a dance around the pole.
Not very patient from Victor there, just kind of wildly spamming, hoping it's going to work out. He even had a nade that entire time, so definitely could have gotten that kill onto Desp, but in the grand scheme of things, not going to matter too much. Engine doing his best to do some damage to the frag side, but quick work with from Dreamer. Indeed. As they will go out into yard, and that's going to be that 9th round, and here we go. This is the 4 spy for Space Soldiers, and this is more or less a must-win.
Oh, yeah. 3-9 down, city side train.
Here we
Definitely need to, well, you'd like to win it out here. 6-9, still room to work with. Anything less than that, it's going to get really tough.
It really is. Well, utility again on the light side for Space Soldiers. No Molotovs as well, which is a pretty big deal on a map like Train. And E-Frag, they're just going back to what's working for them. No need to change anything up. It's going to be Victor towards higher. And well, this is the position they're going to sit in for a while.
Yeah, we've seen this before. I feel like I've seen this movie before.
Yeah.
We're just sitting in this positions. Bubble just watching T-main. NKL watching Ali. Dreamer on top of ladder. And the remaining 2, Spy Leader and Victor working that inner bomb site. So we're just trying to make the CTs waste as much utility as possible. And as we can see right now, there are no smoke through Molotovs in the hands of the CT, so that's always going to make it a lot harder once the push is actually coming in.
Yeah, this is, like, one thing is just to hold off the push, but then you have to think of a potential retake as well.
Yep.
How you're actually going to clear out angles without just running in head first.
Now, interestingly, it seems like E-Frag is gathering up for a alley push, and that's where
So
CTs
this is going to be towards the backside.
Yeah, there's a lot of focus here. A lot of focus here from the CTs. Actually, this could be perfect in terms of where they are, but Andy's going to go down, and so is Xantaris. So the situation just turns on its head within the second. And that's back alley being taken over by the turrets.
And time, there we go.
SP And that kill on the bubble, but Victor and NKL making quick work of it, leaving paths in a 1-on-3.
That was a very well executed round from E-Frag. Obviously, unfortunate for Space Soldiers not to find a single frag in alley, but what it does in any case is draw away the one defender of that inner bomb set, which is Tugux, which allows the space for the bomb and Victor to really get in on that bomb site, get forward positioning as well, which always makes an inner retake so much tougher for the CTs. Well, and then you add in the addition of the fact that they didn't really have any nades left. So it's going to be another forced spy at this point. Space Soldiers just have to force every single round in hope of stopping E-Frag, but it's just going to become less and less utility on their side. Tugux has picked up a Molotov this time. It's actually going to
There's no kid on the
lob
team
a nade in there.
on the CT side at all, so that's not going to help things either. Yeah, like you said, there is a Molotov and a smoke. A couple of flashes also, but that's all there is to it. FAMAS and a 5-7. Again, we see these positions that we've seen all night long here on train, I want to say. Bubble is a little bit more aggressive this time around on the team main, though. Trying to have a bit of a peek. But things are very quiet so far.
Well, so far, no real movement from E-Frag. They're kind of doing it the same style they've been doing all game. Just taking things slow, making sure they're meticulous about how they go forward towards the bomb site. And well, so far it's only 2 men on that inner bomb site. And Tugux does not have the best of weaponry to actually deal with this, and he's going to go down. Same thing with Xantares, and the inner bomb site is lost. Well, already you can tell Spy Leader pushing forward to gain map control. He's going to find frags together with Bubble, and now Engine, the only man alive for the Turkish side, and he's only got a FAMAS and no nades. If anything, he should be saving this, but no, he's going to try to find a frag onto Bubble. Does so, but how are you going to get out of this situation now?
Like killing everyone, I guess, and that's what he's trying to achieve.
Does manage to pick up the Kobe grenade comes in, and well, 11 to 3 in favor of E-Frag.
That was brute force from E-Frag.
Yeah,
Penetration to the inner bomb site. Get wrecked. 11-3. Decent on train, and it's a massive lead for the Bulgarian side. I'm a believer for the most part, but at this moment in time, it has to be said that it's not looking great for the Turkish side. But as long as there's rounds to be played, let's keep playing. Tugux is going to be, again, very aggressive in the inner bomb site, and Spy Leader also here. In fact, Santana is also in the uppers, so a lot of emphasis from the CTs to the center bombs that they know that E-Frag has been liking to take over this area of the map. Yeah. Well, every single round basically, but now here comes dual Victor. Oh, it's going to be Spy Leader getting the first one. Santana retaliates, but he's going to be very low on HP, 16 to be precise, but Victor is just going to make his way, and there's no way he's not winning that duel.
Oh, Dreamer. Perfect timing.
Yeah, the timing does work in his favor.
He's actually going to head out to the outer side. He knows that Desp is there, so this is a bit of an unnecessary risk from E-Frag. Could just pounce on that inner bomb side, or at least they could have, but now Engine has rotated in. The rest of E-Frag are just going to group up, which is a smart thing to do in a situation like this.
That's the only plan they could really have at all, really. And now that's Despi getting a nice shot onto NKL, but Dreamer trying to favor before Engine comes in, and now it becomes a 1-on-1. 23 HP on Dreamer, 48 on Engine. Bomb is in the hands of Dreamer, and seems like he's going to get a free plan out of this as Engine's gone into the back alley. HP, it's not great on Dreamer, who is going to phase Engine, in fact, and that's going to be round number 4.
Yeah.
Going the way of Space Soldiers.
Someone's surprised to see that he's actually going to opt to go for the peak right there. He did have the bomb plan in a favorable position to him. He could have pretty much hid behind any train he wanted to and just play that cat and mouse game.
Yeah, exactly.
With Engine, but instead gives it up. Maybe gets a tiny bit too eager. They do still get away with an absolutely brilliant T side here. 11-4 is going to be the first half score, and well, luckily for Space Soldiers, they did have a well thought out T side, but if it can match the level of E-Frags, that's going to be the big question.
This round is going to be key. I'll take for sure when you are down 4-11 after the first half. Let's look at the bot from the Space Soldiers. There's the Molotov and smoke on Tuguk's engine with a smoke and 2 flashes, so that indicates that some kind of a smoke execute attack maybe taking place, maybe an inner bomb site hit could be coming up.
So quite a few nades. Nades actually go out early here into yard, but they're not really going to do anything with it. Instead, slowly working their way towards that inner bomb site, and that's where Dreamer's going to be. And Dreamer's holding this bomb site alone, so unlike what Space Soldiers did a lot of the time, their E-Frag are leaving Dreamer all by himself.
Yeah, his mission right now is just to get the information and fall back and let his teammates know what's going on. There's not going to be a rotation from the CTs though. Dreamer still is the one and only line of defense in this inner bomb site, and I think this is where the smokes are coming in. Well, Santares and his teammates holding down smokes and coming down that lower ramp. Although, seems that's kind of an interesting situation right now. It's a 5-on-5 and bomb goes down. It's going to be a full-on 5-on-5 situation.
Man, this is a great situation to be in if you're Space Soldiers. Well, I say that, but then Victor and Bubble finds 2 headshots for themselves.
Okay.
Oh, and third one as well. They do have the Molotov for hire, but they're going to get pushed down here. And if they don't find frags, this is going to be really tough. There's one man on the bomb already. Oh, well, even though they end up cleaning, well, pretty much everything, Spy Leader survives.
It's very hard to hold that inner bomb site from a retake unless you push aggressively, at least with a couple of players, and try to make it hard for the CTs to get to the actual bomb site. When you're also between those ramps or playing the bomb site itself, it's just a free playground for the CTs to come in to play.
Still, though, all 5 Space Soldiers managing to stay alive throughout the plan. Should have been able to get at least some earlier trade frags, as E-Frags are more or less forced to actually move up towards that site because they can assume that there is going to be a Molotov in play. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense for Space Soldiers to take up that kind of a position.
A full force buy here. 2 AKs being dropped by the Space Soldiers, surpassing Santaras.
The 2 heavy hitters.
Yeah, not surprised. Those 2 are the ones to get those AKs because they'd be on point. And now look at this Spy Leader. Trying to find a little bit of an information in Ali, but he's not getting much. He's still going to be sticking around though. Oh, really interesting duel. He does get the kill on to pass. That's one of the AK-47s going down, but Tuguk's going to be the one that picks it up.
And the problem is Tuguk doesn't have armor, so aim punch is going to be a factor.
Has to. I would actually drop it to someone else that has an armor, but that's not happening. They're going to be pushing this out of bomb site. It's going to be 4 CTs over there, everywhere. NKL is going to be the second frag of this round. Make it 3 by Spy Leader. And it's slowly but surely just falling apart for the Space Soldiers, and NKL still manages to survive the attack, and that's going to be a 13-4 scoreline. E-Frag looking poised to make the finals.
Yep, and with that kind of an investment, that means no money on the side of Space Soldiers.
Yep.
You're going to have to do a clean eco and then, well, just hope for the best in round 19, because this is most likely going to mean that E-Frag going to get to 14.
Yeah, indeed it is, and there's absolutely nothing except for a P250 ball from the T's right now. No flashes, no smokes to try and force a bomb plant. Well, considering the money situation, it all makes sense to money between $2,000 and $1,900, so it's not going to be a great buy without a bomb plant next round either. Slowly but surely, the T's are making their way towards the inner bomb site. Dreamer's going to get some help from Bubble with that up.
Well, similar to E-Frag, not really in a hurry to do things, but the inner execution is going to come eventually, and Dreamer's there to greet them with some AK bullets to the face and gets 2. But the bomb actually does make its way past, and they're going to get a bomb plant before their trouble.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, that's all they wanted. So, well done by Space Soldiers. So they're going to get up an actually pretty decent buy with that bomb plant.
$300 investment, and they get the bomb plant out of it. That's a definitely job well done, and they're all sitting around 5K instead of around 4K. So that means a lot more utility for them to work with.
It also means an AWP can be purchased on Despin. Well, when we saw him the first time on train, he was doing a really good job finding openings out in yard with that.
Well, he has a spawn for it, so it seems like he's going to go for that pick. question is if he's going to find anything right now. He's going to get Molotov down to 58 HP, and look at Engine. He's made his way into the team A right now.
No, this
Rolls
is
deep in there, but Victor is going to be ready for it. Going to get that kill. Bubble continues disparity for the soldiers, and Tugux, he needs to win this duel, but he's not. Spy Leader gets that one as well.
and E-Frag doing the one thing Space Soldiers never did on their CT side, which is push aggressively towards A main. And you can see how effective it is. Just to have a well-placed flash and somebody peeking in, and all of a sudden you disrupt everything that the T side had planned.
That's very much true. Now it's Xantares against the world. That's it's a 105. A minute on the clock now. This is going to take some world-class bad plays from the Bulgarian side to be able to lose this one as Victor makes a short end of that round, hitting that op shot, and pause for what?
What? Okay,
E-Frag.
so it's actually E-Frag taking the pause, a tactical pause.
What is this?
We talked about Space Soldiers using their timeouts a bit unconventionally. Well, this is definitely strange from E-Frag. Going to
I've seen it all.
Yeah, I know.
15-4 up, taking a timeout, boys.
I guess it might be a case of...
That is almost like insulting.
Well, I mean, at this point, it might just be, a case of don't do the Dignitas. That's what they're telling each other right now. We know what we did to Dignitas. Let's not make that happen to us. Because it's going to be, heavy investment into pistols for
not sure how many things
Space
there are
Soldiers.
that you couldn't have had the time to go through regarding, playing against potential Tech 9s.
Well, I think it's more just like be aware that this could happen. It could be quick, it could be painful, so take your distance.
Yeah. All right. Well, fair enough. It's going to be on pause now, and laughter in the Bulgarian side can be seen. Bubble is happy. He's being bubbly. And,
not so much smiles and laughter on the side of Space Soldiers.
Not surprising that Bubble's happy. He has had a modest 60 frags over these two maps so far.
All right, so with 2 Molotovs and 3 smokes, I'm assuming this is going to be an interplay eventually. Would actually have a great opportunity. Well, actually, they're just going to throw away a lot of their nades early on. Centaurus not really interested in holding it on, and this is going to be an A play instead. Out into yard, and Engine actually finds NKL. So the opening frag going the way of Space Soldiers finally, but Spy Leader's there to trade out Engine. And while they're getting bogged down here, they're not moving forward, and Victor's going to take advantage of that. Finding pass, Bubble finds Centaurus as well. And now it's only Tugux left, and he's going to go down on inner. And that finalizes it. A very, very impressive showing from E-Frag on that train side after getting pushed to their utter limits on cash.
What a Bubble show that was. I mean, like I just mentioned, he made about 60 frags over, you'd say, 50-something rounds.
Yeah, no, he definitely had an impressive showing, ending up with 22 kills in that round, and even 7 assists. So he's been doing damage to pretty much everything he's seen. Absolutely stellar performance from him, and he's going to need to take that with him into a final round.
It definitely has, but I guess looking at the semifinals we had, it was this pairing that we're going to have in the finals that probably made the most sense. It's going to be Hellraisers versus E-Frag.
Yeah, no, I think that's kind of what we came to expect after a while. And
but I guess we could, give some final kudos to Space Soldiers for giving us this fantastic storyline to be talking about here. A Cinderella story, but unfortunately, that's going to be over. They make the top 4.
Yeah, that's definitely not too shabby. Well, I think they're going to play for a 3rd place as well. I think they're going to play it for publicly for a 3rd place as well. So potential to grab some, a tiny bit more money there. Exactly, getting that Skrilla, the best Scoots impression you could do. No, but yes. I'm not really sure when the 3rd place game is going to, or 3rd place decider is going to be played, but what we do know is that the finals between Hellraisers and E-Frag, that's going to be starting at 20 CET. So in about 2 hours and 20 minutes, that's when we're going to be going live with that. But for now, that's all from us, and we hope to see you back here at 8 o'clock.